What is up, you guys? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So today I have the 2018 Mazda 6 Turbo. You guys asked for it, so here it is. Big thank you to Highly Mazda in Arlington, Texas for allowing me to film and drive this car. Their number is located on the screen, and you can click the link in my description. It'll take you straight to the website to check out their entire inventory, so be sure to reach out to them, guys. Now, this car is finished off in the beautiful Soul Red Crystal color. It's a beautiful red. If you guys have never seen it in person, I highly suggest it. It literally looks like a ruby. It is insane how much sheen and how much shine this paint coat has. It really accentuates every line on this car, and it just looks so good. But the front on here was definitely more of a, I guess, generational design instead of just a revolutionary design. They really went with subtlety on this one when they changed it up. It's not a full-on new car, it's just a really big refresh. So you've got this nice chrome piece underneath the grille. The whole bottom part looks a little bit different. You don't have your fog lamps at the bottom because they are integrated within the headlamps. You do have this black mesh pattern in the middle, which looks really good. Right in the middle, you're going to have sensors located behind your Mazda logo, which is why it's kind of glazed over. The headlamps on here are standard LEDs because this is the Grand Touring trim. You can upgrade to the Grand Touring Reserve and the Signature, which is the one you've seen everywhere. Now, up in the windshield, you are going to have a little sensor that is for your adaptive cruise control. If you guys can see that right about there. Really nice little touch, and that's going to help with the sensors located behind that Mazda logo that I just showed you guys. Now, as for the wheels, they are 19-inch wheels. They are new for this year. They look really, really good. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a close-up so you can really see the detail in them. It's really hard to tell from pictures, but these wheels look really cool. They have a lot of depth and a lot of detail to them that the pictures just don't capture. I thought they looked a lot flatter in the pictures than they do in person, and it just really gives this car more of an aggressive side profile. Once again, they look better in person than they do. This video even probably isn't doing those wheels any justice, but they do look really good. They go well with the paint color. They have a slight grayness to them, which makes them look a lot better. So as for the back, it's pretty much your standard Mazda 6. They didn't really do too much to the back. I do like how it has a little bit more of like an elegant touch with the chrome piece running right through the middle. So right in the headlamp, you've got this new chrome piece which kind of goes in the middle of the headlamp, and then it's going to run all the way across. Looks really nice. Like I said, not a huge change, pretty basic. You do have a nice black trim that goes on the outside of the headlamp, which is new, and then you've got these new exhaust tips which, you know, look pretty nice. They're a little bit bigger. There's really not a whole bunch of sound that comes out of them, which I was slightly disappointed about, but it's not like a deal breaker or anything like that.
Alright, so the key for the 2018 Mazda 6 is the standard key that Mazda has had for a while. So you have your lock, your unlock, your trunk release, your alarm. On the back you have a little tab, you pull that, the key comes out so you can get into the car if the battery on this were to die or if the battery on the car were to die. So there are two ways to get in. I can unlock it with this key, but you also have keyless entry here, so when you push that, one beep is going to mean it's locked, two beeps is going to mean it's unlocked. Alright, so coming over to the door, you do have this really cool sort of almost brushed aluminum material right up here. If I can get a good look at that for you guys. And right below that, you're going to have this chrome accent going all the way into the door handle, which has a super solid feel to it. All this material is going to be very, very soft. You can see it even has just like a tiny, tiny bit of give, if you guys can see that. All this material is going to be stitched right here, this beautiful sand color, super, super soft material, even up here, very, very plush. You're going to have all of your window controls, door locks, mirror controls right here, and this piece right here is super thick, so you guys can see there the detail in that, and you can really just see how that door looks. It is gorgeous. You're going to have your Bose sound system down here, and you do have these new seats which have this beautiful, almost couch-like design. They're super, super comfortable. have your perforations right in the middle. And it's going to run all along the middle of the seat, and of course with your matching stitching running all along the side as well. Now you do have just your forward and back seat adjustments, but if you upgrade to the Grand Touring Reserve or the Signature trim, you are going to get 8-way power adjusted seats and lumbar support, as well as memory seats. So you do have that available as well. Let's go ahead and hop inside, you guys. All right, so shutting the door. Super solid sound. I really like that a lot. Really good job. And here's another look at the interior for you guys. All right, so as long as you have the key on the inside of the car, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, and you push the start button up there, which is lit up green, to start. All right, so right off the bat, the first few things that are missing from this car, because this is a Grand Touring, this isn't a Grand Touring Reserve, and this is not the Signature that you guys have seen all over the internet. So the first few things that are missing, you are missing the head-up display, which will project your information up onto the windshield. Really, really cool looking display. Other things that are going to be missing are the ventilated seats. You're also going to be missing the Japanese Senwood with the suede accents, and that is available on the Signature trim. So you are missing those few things. You also are missing your 360 degree camera. So when you put it into reverse, you're just going to have your standard backup camera. But starting off with the steering wheel, you do have this beautiful design. Mazda's had this design for a few years now, but you've got this really solid quality steering wheel, really good quality leather. You do have this stitching running all along here, which looks great. Your silver accents at the bottom, Mazda logo in the middle. All of your cruise control settings over here. So this does have radar cruise control. So what you can do is this screen right here, if you guys can see that, if I were to go to this screen, now this button here, if I push that up, for example, let me see. So if I push that up and down, that's about how many car lengths I can stay away from the car in front of me, and then of course all your speed, things like that. So this LCD display here is nice. Another thing that is missing is you get a whole new set of gauges when you go up to the Signature trim, which is an incredible looking setup. I have yet to see it in person, so unfortunately I won't be able to show you guys that in this video. But over here to the left, you're going to have all of your Bluetooth, media controls. You have your paddle shifters back here in the back. Wipers can be right over here. So you do have automatic wipers in here. Click it down one time and that's the automatic setting. Over here to the left, you have automatic headlights as well. So if I flick that up there, you do have auto headlights. Now, another thing people were curious about, the fog lamps in this car are actually located within the headlamp itself. So you don't have a designated separate fog light. The whole thing is integrated into the front headlight. So that's just a nice little tidbit for you guys. Coming over here though, you do have your traction control, which is located right there, if you guys can see that. Right next to that, you're gonna have your lane keep assist off button, so you can push that just to turn it off. And I'll open this door so you guys can see a little bit better. Right down there, you have your trunk release, your gas tank, and then your hood release right over here. But here's the coolest part. Check out this vent. It's just such a thick piece, and it sticks out so far, but it's definitely very, very nice. And you've got more of that really cool looking grain right there. Above that, you're gonna have leather stitched dash. So this whole thing is going to be really nice. Even this part is soft touch plastic, and you've got more of that contrasting leather running down here. Now the screen on here is bigger than probably any other Mazda vehicle I've seen aside from the CX-9. So you do have a larger screen in here. The contrast and just the whole look of it looks slightly better. As far as the colors and everything go, seem a little bit more vibrant. Or that may just be me. Also, one more thing for those of you wondering, Apple CarPlay will be available on the 2018 Mazda 6, but not until later in the year. So if you buy one now, you can get it retrofitted once the upgrade comes out, but if you buy one towards the end of the year, it will come standard with it. Either way, you will have Apple CarPlay available in this car and Android Auto for the first time, just not right now. You also have more of that material, some beautiful chrome running through here. Nice leather right here. Really, really nice. You can even see how it just, that is awesome. That is some quality stuff right there. Coming down here, so like I said, you are missing your ventilated seats for your front two seats. You're also missing your heated steering wheel, which you can get as an option. But you do have this new setup, dual zone climate control, so I do like the different colors right there. It looks really cool. Down here, you've got a little bit of storage space. I'm gonna fit my whole hand back there, so you've definitely got a good enough room. Your shifter here, manual mode, which I'll play with a little bit later in the review when I take it out. Put it into reverse, like I said, you've got your backup camera that comes up. However, the guidance lines don't move with the steering wheel. Kind of wish they did, but not a huge deal. Put it back in park, and it goes right away. Your sport mode, your Mazda Connect infotainment system. So this whole thing is going to control that screen. You can use it as a touchscreen if you choose to, but I don't like fingerprints myself, so I do prefer this setup a little bit better. It's very easy to use once you get used to it. It just falls right at your hand. Your volume knob's going to be here. Your music, home, navigation, back, favorites. Electronic parking brake. Auto hold, so you push that, and when you're at a light, you just push the brake in a little bit further. It'll hold the brake for you, and then you just tap the gas when you want to go. You have your cup holders here. They're going to have storage space right underneath here. You've got two USB ports, auxiliary, SD card slot, and a little 12 volt located right underneath there. Very nice. Another thing I noticed is this whole piece right here is lined in beautiful leather, and this black part here is kind of like a knee pad. So you can see how soft that is. So when your leg is here, if you're taller, your knee's basically going to rest right against that. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Storage space in here. And coming up here, you're going to have auto dimming mirror with your home link, sunglasses, interior lighting. This is going to control your moonroof, which you have right there. And of course, you've got your visors with your illumination and your little extension right there. So it's pretty much going to be it for the front seat, you guys. We'll go ahead and hop in the back and check out the legroom. All right, so coming to the back seat of the Mazda 6, you have more of that same material back here, which is really, really nice. Same soft padded leather, piano black housing for the buttons. Of course, same leather quality. Okay, so I have the seat set to my position, so I'm 6 feet tall. I have a solid, 3 to 4 inches of legroom back here, and my feet can fit underneath here really easily, if you guys can see that. Check out my mint Converse. But my feet fit underneath there very well. I've got a mat pocket back here, mat pocket over here. You're going to have 2 vents located right here as well. So you do have cup holders back here. Now, you can also option for heated seats for both back passengers, which will be inserted basically right here. It's a little button you press. You've got 2 cup holders. You lift this up. You've got some storage space with 2 USB plugs right there as well. So that is really nice. But yeah, you also even have really good storage space back here. So your door pockets are very nice. We'll go ahead and check out the trunk, guys. All right, so coming to the trunk of the Mazda 6. Got a pretty decent amount of trunk space. It goes back pretty far, actually. You can't fold the seats down, so there's a little latch here. You basically pull that on each side, and that's gonna fold the seats down. It's basically a 60-40 split. You do have your mats in here, Mazda 6 mats. Right underneath here, you are going to have your spare tire. And then over off to the side, you have a few cubbies if you guys can see that. But it's pretty deep on this side. And then you've got a pretty shallow one over here to the right.
That pretty much sums up the back, you guys. Now for the best part, let's check out underneath the hood. All right, so this is the biggest news about this car. Finally, Mazda has added more power to the Mazda 6, which it is so desperately needed. So now you have a 2.5 liter Skyactiv turbocharged motor. So this is going to make 227 horsepower on 87 octane, but if you use premium gas, it'll make 250 horsepower, and either way, it'll always make 310 pound-feet of torque. That is an insane amount of torque, and it's definitely the highest torque number in its class. So that should relate to a pretty exciting drive. So we'll go ahead and take it out and see how it does. All right, guys, so here we are behind the wheel of the 2018 Mazda 6 Turbo. So I'm probably just as excited as you guys are. This is my first time, of course, driving it at all. So super excited to see how it does. I've got it in normal mode right now. So just right off the bat, I can definitely feel that torque for sure. Got this sharp corner here, so I'll see how the handling is. And it drives really well. This is my buddy Austin, by the way, works at Headlamps Mazda. So if you guys are in Arlington, be sure to ask for him or ask for Ben Sornat, who is the manager. Let him know Forest Auto Review sent you. Look at you guys, all taken care of. Shameless plug. So, sport mode, why not, right? That's why we want to drive this thing, because it's sportier. We wanted this motor because it's sportier, so I'm gonna throw it in sport mode. This does have the paddles. I'm gonna slap it into its manual mode. Utilize these bad boys, and we'll go traction control off just because. All right. So, first acceleration. Here we go. It definitely pulls really strong. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. It's just kind of a weird feeling driving a quick Mazda, because I don't think I've driven a new quick Mazda in forever, and it's such a great feeling. I mean, you finally have the power to match this amazing chassis. So it's definitely a great amount of power. It does have a different feel though compared to, say, the Honda Accord 2.0T. So this one has most of its power sort of at the bottom and in the middle, whereas the 2.0, you can sort of rev it out a little bit more. So I do imagine that this isn't a Mazda speed version, so let's just get that out the way right now. This isn't built to be a performance version. This is just basically a more potent version of the already good Mazda 6. So if you're going into this thinking it's going to be like an incredible sports sedan, I mean, it's already a great sports sedan for sure, but it's not a sports car. That's the biggest takeaway. So they did tune this more for everyday driving. So that's why it's got a ton of just massive torque at the bottom. So that way when you're at a stoplight like I am right now, just the initial acceleration response is just immediate, and it's just this massive surge of torque to the point to where I just barely push on the gas and I have as much power as I need to get to whatever speed I want to get to. So it's just effortless. I will say I haven't noticed any tire spin, so that's very impressive. That's the first thing I thought I would get is just a massive amount of tire spin, because you got 310 pound-feet of torque just going to the front wheels. So anytime you have that, you know, you just automatically think of torque steer. So second gear, let's pass this truck. Yeah, baby. I think this is Austin's first time in here. Dude, what do you think, man?
Yeah, no, you can definitely feel the power.
Yeah.
It seems to ride really smooth, and I was also impressed by how I haven't heard any wheel chatter, tire screeching as well.
Yeah. It's very, very impressive for sure. Yes, sir. Finally, Mazda has a quick car and it feels so good. The torque surge is just insane. I mean, I'm just gonna let my body relax and I'm gonna see if you guys can you can literally probably feel me or see me get pushed back into the seat. So I'll go into third gear. I'm just in third gear, ready? That is awesome. So definitely, if you guys are wondering if this is any good, it is very good. Very, very good. The transmission works really well. It's just Mazda's torque converted 6-speed automatic, but if you guys have seen any review on a current Mazda, you know that this transmission actually shifts pretty quick for being just a traditional torque converted automatic. It's very, very good. The response is really good. We'll check out the turning radius and we are clear. Yeah, this is great. The only thing that would make this better, and click that like button if you guys agree with me, but if this thing had a stick shift, it would be perfection. That is the only thing it's missing. If it had a stick shift and an all-wheel drive, I mean, that would be absolute perfection. But, you know, we've been asking for a turbocharged Mazda 6 for a long time. They finally gave it to us, so for now, I'm content. This is a great car. So back into normal automatic mode, we'll drive it like a non-Neanderthal person. So if I'm giving it a little bit of gas, just in normal automatic mode, if I just get on it, it's good. It's got a good surge to it. I definitely, man, I'm just in love with that torque, guys. It is a unique feeling though. I mean, it doesn't feel like the numbers would suggest. Not to say that it feels slow, because it doesn't feel slow at all. It's just, it's so smooth. It's just really, really smooth. So usually with that high of a torque number, you expect this just massive attack of just torque, but the way it comes on, it's almost like naturally aspirated. It's freaky. But it's just a big, I can't even explain it properly, honestly, guys. It's just a very interesting feeling. So you have to drive it to be able to really understand it. I mean, the way Mazda does this Skyactiv Turbo, they've got the different flaps, the valves that, you know, it's almost like a water hose. So like the air spools the turbo up really, really quickly. And then you got a big valve that opens that kind of keeps that pressure going at a more consistent rate. And it equates to just a smooth, effortless driving experience. And this car is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Also, a few last things before I end the video. For those of you that were wondering, here is the official MPG on the Mazda 6. And here's the price of the Grand Touring. I also do want to thank Highly Mazda once again for allowing me to film the 2018 Mazda 6. And now it must be Mazda week because Mazda USA actually sent me the 2018 CX-5 as my press car for the week. So it's definitely a Mazda filled week. So for all you Mazda fans, stay tuned, subscribe, because I'm taking this on a 60-mile road trip to test out the new cylinder deactivation to see if it actually gets better MPG than the previous generation. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. You can click over here to subscribe. You can also click over here to check out my other videos. But thank you guys for watching. Y'all take care. Bye.